In Acts chapter 2, right after Jesus had died, risen, appeared to his followers, and then gone back to heaven, Luke tells us all the believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship and to sharing in meals, including the Lord's Supper, and to prayer. That's such a beautiful description of the early church and what they were committed to, which is what we're talking about at WWCC when we say you should be committed. First, there was a commitment to the apostles' teaching, which you and I have access to in the New Testament scriptures. Then there's this matter of fellowship and sharing meals, which for the early church included the Lord's Supper. The Lord's Supper, or communion, is the radical act of remembering Jesus' very real death for us at the cross and joining ourselves with him and each other in his life, death, and resurrection. It's a sacred act. But notice, even though worship at the temple is mentioned in the following verses, the Lord's Supper happened in homes while they were also eating a meal together. That's not to say that it's wrong when we take the Lord's Supper in our worship services, but rather to understand that when we gather together for a meal and fellowship, that time is sacred too. Connect groups are the place in our church life where we meet to eat, have great conversations, and share life as Jesus followers. In the Acts 2 story of the early church, it goes on to say they shared their meals with great joy and generosity, and that they shared everything they had. They even sold their property and possessions and shared the money with those in need. Having deep, close relationships where we care for and look after each other is the goal of our Connect gatherings. Joining a Connect group is a great way to be in that close, supportive, deep relationship people had in the Acts 2 church.